What's up, guys? My name is Rachel. Today I'm going to be giving you an honest review of Faceless Funnels and Brands by Kurosch Khazaeli. I apologize in advance if I mispronounce that name in any way whatsoever. Before I give the review, I just want to give you another option that you could use to make money online. And the reason that I want to do this is because a couple of years ago, I was in a situation that's probably very similar to yours, where I was in a job that I hated and I wanted to find a way out of it. So I started investing in all sorts of different courses. And I did funneling for a little while, but some of them, nothing was ever the perfect fit. Yeah, I might have made money with some stuff, but it required way more work than I was really wanting to put in. Or it was just like the kind of monotonous work that I really hated doing. For one reason or another, a lot of stuff didn't work. And when I finally found something that actually paid me pretty well, was very consistent, I enjoyed it, and it offered me a lot of time and financial freedom, I ran to the hills with it. And I wish somebody had told me about it sooner. So I always just want to tell you guys as soon as possible, honestly. So what I currently do is I build websites and then I rent them out to business owners. A more concrete example of this is, let's say I build a website that it says landscaping in Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay. So I do really generic branding on the front end, maybe some stock images, and then I do really basic SEO tactics on the back end, really mostly content driven SEO. It should take just a couple of days to start ranking on the top sections of Google or another search engine. From there, when I start getting leads coming in, like phone calls and emails, because people inevitably searched landscaping Salt Lake City, I call up an actual local landscaper and I negotiate a deal with them that says, they get to pay a flat monthly fee in order to receive these leads going directly to their contact information. And this is like music to a business owner's ears. Reliable, like a flat fee, the same every single month, and new clients. Like, that is music to a business owner's ears, 100%. That's mostly all they care about, is keeping their expenses fixed and low, and secondly, getting new customers so they can turn them into long-time customers, obviously. And so that's what I've been doing for the past 5 years, making about $10,000 to $15,000 a month doing this. And again, the best part is that once I build a website and I get a client on, it is 100% passive income. I don't have to touch the website again. I don't have to continue getting new clients. Especially once I was at the point where I'm happy with the income that I'm making, I basically don't work right now, and I make a pretty good living doing that. I travel, I spend time with my family, I get to do what I want with my own time. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you can check out the link in the description box below. Otherwise, I will get into the review. So of course, the name of this is really self-explanatory. It's like Faceless Funnels, no personal brand that's needed for this. And it's teaching you how to basically build an online funnel. If you've ever heard of ClickFunnels, in order to get people to buy a product or a service. And the cool thing about this is that it is very scalable. You can build one, leave it up forever, build another again and again and again and again, which is great. Now, I do think that funnels can be a kind of complicated thing to learn how to do. It can take some time to really hone that craft in. And then on top of that, another difficult craft to learn is paid marketing, like paid ads, in order to get traffic to your funnel. And that's all this teaches. It doesn't teach anything about organic reach. It is only paid, which means that not only are you going to be paying for the course, you also have to pay in order to market your thing, right? And then on top of that, there's still expenses that go into running a business like this. So I wouldn't say it's low cost, low risk kind of situation, but I do think there could be a very high reward if you can figure it out within a timely manner and you have the capital to support it on the front end. That's what I will say. I also do think this is a very affordable course on the front. Now, there are a lot of upsells that reviewers say get kind of pushed on people. But I think that that is most courses. There are obviously upsells and pushy salespeople because they make commission, right? So just to keep that in mind. The other thing is there's not really a great refund policy. I think they are over-promising and likely under-delivering. I mean, the guy who does this, he like promotes that you can make $1,000 a day or up to $10,000 a day. And it's like, you probably could. Most people, like vast majority, are not doing that. And we know that. Now, even if you don't end up wanting to do this thing in particular, I do think that taking any kind of course on paid advertisement, advertising in general, funnels, like it's always a useful skill. And I do think that there is a lot of really great information in this course in particular. I don't think there is a ton quite like it. And that's hard to find, is when you have a kind of one of a kind course. Like there's a million on e-commerce and Amazon FBA and affiliate marketing, but like not that many on like building funnels and stuff. So that's something that I personally like to see. Now, I will say another pro to this is that it's very similar to what I do, is that you build it on the front end and you pretty much don't have to do anything else on the back end. Now, sometimes, like if you get a really well converting ad, like it could go for a long time, but especially in the beginning, it's probably going to require a lot more money and time in order to really get this thing off the ground. So that is my personal review after the research that I've done into this. I wish you guys the best of luck on your money making journey. If building websites and renting them out to business owners sounds a little bit better than the funnels, there's certainly a lot less paid advertising, really no paid advertising that goes into it. So if that sounds like a plus to you, check out the link in the description box below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.